Mackenzie Bart is joining us today on WMAN, and this comes on the heels of the Miss America competition. And boy, Mackenzie, I so wish I could say Miss America is joining me in the studio, but I can say Top 10 Miss America is joining us in the studio.
Hey, don't forget about me.
I'm not going to forget about Roxy. Roxy also joining us. And
Roxy's here with us today, too.
Mackenzie, I got to tell you, when I didn't get a chance to watch the competition, but listening to Rusty talk about it the next day and finding out that you won the talent competition in your group that first night was like, wow, how exciting.
It was such a thrilling moment being there, and these are women that are the top of the group, and they were all so talented, so being able to be that one that was chosen by the judges, it was just an honoring experience.
And I was the star. I look so good on TV, don't you think?
Oh, I absolutely think, Roxy, you looked fabulous on TV. It looks like you could use a comb, though, a little bit on the front of your hair. I mean, I could help you with that.
I think she's having a bad hair day today. We'll forgive her.
Yeah, that's true, too. That's true, too. I guess, if anything else, just talk about the whole Miss America experience, because it lasted not only through the pageant, but just the time before it, and certainly the residual afterwards.
Really? So I grew up watching Miss America. It's something that I saw as a little girl on TV, and to think that I would be there in that moment in the same space as all these past Miss Americas was really something that was blowing my mind, I guess you could say. But I loved it. It was an amazing 2 weeks. We woke up extremely early and had rehearsals and prepared and tried to promote Atlantic City as much as we could, and as well as promoting the Miss America organization.
Well, I would imagine that you had quite a few pieces of luggage to take care of all of your clothes, but now that you're bringing Roxy along, you probably needed somebody else with an extra helping hand and more luggage for Roxy.
Really? I mean, I had, I think, 3 suitcases myself, and then I think Roxy maybe had like 7.
I need all that space for my clothes, don't you know?
Oh, I can tell. You're a beautiful puppet.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
But it was so much luggage that we took. I can't believe I've never packed so much in my life. But like I said, it was a great experience. But really, dressing 2 people is kind of difficult.
Well, let's go ahead and talk about Post Miss America, because you've gotten a lot of national attention. I know just from listening to Rusty talk, you got a lot of FaceTime, and I think a lot of it had to do with Roxy and, of course, yourself as well. It just seemed like everything that they were doing, you were the forefront of it.
Well, I'm so glad that has happened. It's not only jump-started my career, I want to be a broadcasting meteorologist, so I think having that FaceTime and being able to communicate, whether that's through radio, television, or any other type of communication, will help me in my future. Also, promoting ventriloquism. Unfortunately, I think it's kind of a dying art. You see fewer and fewer people have that interest. So I've actually had little boys and girls now either message me or come up to me and say they're getting their own puppet and they're excited about ventriloquism.
Well, I would imagine Roxy was pretty excited too. You got an opportunity to meet Jeff Dunham. I mean, here's the guy that's a perennial.
Isn't he a stud?
Roxy, behave.
I'd be breaking a man law if I answered that question, Roxy. So I'm just going to leave it to you to say, yeah, you're probably correct.
No, it was really neat. So I was able to meet up with him, and I'm hoping to meet up with Terry Fader in the future. So being able to meet some of my icons and role models that I grew up watching or have been looking up to is truly awe-striking.
Well, one of those icons and people you look up to is Al Roker, and I know since Miss America you've been on Good Morning America and the Today Show. So talk a moment about meeting Al Roker. That had to be cool.
So being a meteorologist, I look up to Al Roker so much. I have watched him every single morning, and being able to sit there and do the weather with him, it was incredible. But one thing that I was really excited to talk about on both of my Today Show and Good Morning America was STEM. And that's science, technology, engineering, and math. Being an atmospheric sciences student, it's really important for me to tell other little boys and girls that through science we can find discovery and we can find the answers to any of our problems. And that's what I've been doing, is promoting that education.
Well, your education will be continuing once your duties with Miss Ohio have concluded. You have a senior year at Ohio State in Columbus to finish up, right?
I do. So I'll continue my duties as Miss Ohio this year. Next year I'll finish up my senior year at The Ohio State University. I-O. And after that, I hope to go on and get a master's in atmospheric sciences. And in the future, Roxy and I are going to have our own children educational weather show.
So look out for me.
So be on the lookout. But it's amazing that this opportunity has provided me with so much scholarship to be able to not only fully pay for my senior year, but my master's as well. So being Miss Ohio, I've won over $25,000 of scholarship, and being at Miss America alone, around $14,000.
My goodness, that is huge.
It's
I mean,
incredible.
it really sets the footprint for your future in realizing that once you're done with your schooling, you don't have all these obligations to take care of. You can just continue and go full force at life.
I agree, and that's why there's no turnaways from this program. And that's what I've been trying to tell other little girls. So hopefully we can get more students and more girls involved in the Miss America and Miss Ohio Scholarship Organization, because there's nothing bad that comes from it. You get the scholarship opportunities, the communication abilities, and also the ability to promote yourself.
And the clothes.
I guess that too.
Of course, all the clothes.
Well, Roxy, I still think you could use a comb, but you are a pretty looking puppet. I'll give you that.
You might want to look in a mirror too.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Hey, now.
Well, I was Mr. Ohio 1963, so maybe that goes
How
with my
long
boyhood
ago was
looks.
that?
I don't know, something like 41 years ago. I was only 5 at the time.
I do like your crown, though. Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah, see, it's back in the day we used to just make it out of legal paper. Mr. Ohio 1963. Roxy, I could put an S after that if you'd like to be Mrs. Ohio.
Honey, I'm not that old.
Okay, I think I agree with that. Once again, Miss Ohio Mackenzie Bart is joining us today on WMAN. Best wishes to you, and we
Thank
will
you.
certainly look forward to hanging out with you for the next year as you are Miss
Definitely.
Ohio.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Roxy.
Cheer up.
It's better than Which one of you said that? Come on, not where your
Her.
phone
I
went.
just blame it on her all the time.
Oh, I'm sure you
Anything.
do,
It's just
yeah.
Roxy didn't like it.
Oh my.
How's my hair look?
Well, it looks a little fruffled there.
There we go.
It's very Dolly Parton.
That's what I've. A lot of people said she looks. I think she looks like Dolly Parton, but recently I've gotten that she looks like Joan Rivers.
I was going to say that out loud, but I didn't want to, quite honestly.
Joan
I
Rivers.
feel so bad. I don't think she looks like Joan Rivers.